Turn it up.
Turn it up.
Yeah.
There it goes. Oh, 3 viewers already.
Look at that.
Off to a good start this season. And a comment already. Alright. Alright, welcome everybody. This is Season 3, Zenith Online Racing. We are here in Britain at Silverstone. This is Tier 2. Thursday night, guys. Pretty much the same grid as last year, and a lot of the reserves from last season now fill in those spots. Alongside me tonight, as usual, Puff Digital. Might be the last
Hello.
time.
Yeah. I'm excited. New season.
Might be the last time for a while, so let's have a good time tonight and let's watch some racing.
I've got some wine, some white wine tonight.
I've got white wine tonight too, which I usually always have. Excellent. Niebuhr out early as usual. Who's out front there? Got a Ferrari, it looks like, maybe?
A Red Bull ahead of Niebuhr. Looks like Zoinks maybe leading the pack.
Might be. Let's check the tires everybody's on. We'll get that lap data up and the telemetry. Yeah, good to be back. Obviously a few weeks off there. Did some exhibition races, got some practice in, but always nice to be back out on track when it counts.
Yeah, nothing beats the real thing.
And the first one's always a lot of fun. So
yeah, lots up in the air. Obviously fresh slate for everyone and a lot of new drivers. So I mean, a lot to look out for here tonight.
Yeah, it's going to be a very interesting race, and it's not necessarily going to tell us all that much because even still, there's quite a few drivers that are new, and you know, we're not really going to know what kind of consistency they have over the course of the season. So we might see some surprises tonight. Some of these new guys might mix in with some of the guys you're familiar with from last year, and should be an entertaining race. Keep an eye out.
Here we go with Zoinks.
Right
about to start the first hot lap for Tier 2, and he's off. Shifting through all the gears, flat out. Takes it in 7th actually. Flat out right-hander, but goes a bit deep.
Kept it
on. A
on
little bit of a lock-up. Yeah, on the front right. A little bit of a lock-up on the left, but hits the apex nicely. Up through the gears as you head into the first DRS zone. Tricky set of corners here. You know what? I actually meant to look up the corner names. I only know a few of them. Is that Brooklyn's?
No, we had a whole off season. We didn't do any work.
Yeah. He actually looked very clean through there, though. Coming up to cops now. Always tricky. You can kind of take it full throttle, maybe slight lift, but...
Oh, he's off there. Right onto the grass. Looks like he's...
Yeah. Maggots and Beckett's.
He's slowing down a little bit, or is he still pushing? It looks like he's still going for it. No, he's turning his battery down. No, he's backed off.
Maybe
yeah.
DQ.
So who's behind him? Niebuhr? T-Money is?
T-Money, yeah. On the medium tire.
Riding that curve.
Slow here. Yeah.
He's got a gold helmet still. Kind of works. Carrying over his Haas helmet from last year.
Yeah, maybe not in the budget. Who knows? But the first time. No, you know what? He got DQ'd as well. I don't know who's next. Niebuhr, I think, would be.
Yeah, Niebuhr, 130.2 on the softs. JXW.
Quickly behind him. Ryan, a 127 on the softs. Burns, a 130.6. What else are we looking for here? GP Colin, he's coming through.
Ooh, RC is retired. Did he crash?
Quite possibly. There was a yellow before he retired.
I do wonder if our weatherman was leaving a comment at the beginning of the race. I should probably check that.
Yes, it was indeed. Aero Strike. Not only Tier 2's champion last season, but also part-time weatherman, so I guess full-time at this point.
Looks like Harry just started a hot lap.
Let's ride with. Let's find what Harry's up to.
With that pink and white helmet.
Yes, he is
See Electric Chicken moving out of the way.
Driver.
Electric Chicken already a fan favorite in the league.
Yeah.
He's only been here for a little while. Finally got a full-time drive this year. And, yeah, strong selfie game. Very good comedic value. And
him and Cox,
pretty good racer too.
The two of them getting along swimmingly.
Yeah.
They've made a lot of bold predictions for Renault this season.
I mean,
so,
sorry to interrupt. Electric Chicken's 128.9 up there on the mediums. That's a pretty good time from him.
Yeah, definitely. So I mean, you know, but you want to see a lot of bold statements, and he's come out and put himself in second currently. So we'll see if we can find his arrow out. It looks like he's on his first hot lap, just coming down the back straight here into Stowe on the medium tire. Obviously, guy to look out for here tonight.
29.8 for Harry.
Defense is
sorry, who was that? On the
arrow strike here.
Arrow strike.
He's coming through the final corner, crosses the line, and 128.4, so a very good time on the medium tire. I'm sure he's probably got more time in that lap.
But yeah, to put that into perspective, Electric Chicken's only 5/10 off that, and that's pretty good. Aerostrike's like definitely one of the fastest guys here, and Electric Chicken being, you know, only half a second off is pretty impressive, I think. It's a good time.
I agree. Terminal Deity on the hard tire, 130.1. So, another solid time to look out for.
That's on the hards.
Yeah, he's put himself ahead of a few of the soft runners. So, yeah, nice to see. Still quite a few cars who haven't set a lap yet, set a time.
Ryan heads into the pits. You've got Electric Chicken. Looks like he's going for another hot lap here. Let's ride on board. He's up 2.5 tenths on his previous time.
All right.
Maybe a couple laps done on the mediums, but obviously he'll probably end up going out on the softs eventually before the end of the session. Looks really quick through here.
And he's been practicing.
Yep.
He's been looking forward to this. Really well done on the apex, and he improves.
That's a really good time. That's impressive. Good job.
Roughly 2.5. Can't quite remember, but he closes the gap to Arrow.
That was a fine lap, just as fine as this wine.
We've got Pace Dogs if you want to jump over to him. He's just coming through the final couple turns now.
In that Ferrari this year, he's got his new helmet set up already too.
Yeah.
It's ready to
Looks
rock.
good.
28.3, good lap.
Yep.
Gets ahead of Arrow, which is obviously Arrow would have the strategy advantage, but track position to Pace Dogs would be pretty good. And there's Ryan up there on provisional pole, and
yeah,
obviously just filling in tonight. But you know, last year he was a part of the tier, and yeah, impressive lap from him, outclassing all of his former rivals from the previous season.
We've got T-Money now. He's heading into Cops. He put on the soft tires. Enough fueling around, he says.
He's pushing.
We'll see what he's able to do as he heads into Maggots and Beckett's. Through Chapel on to the DRS. He's that wing. I used to sector time actually, so not quite sure where this lap is in perspective, but he looked tidy through Stowe.
Yeah, it looks good.
A little deep there. Yeah, no, a bit too much curb, but
27.8 takes pole. So
he does take provisional pole. I don't think that will hold up at the end of the session, but it's nice to see your name at the top and kind of give yourself a little bit of confidence.
Yeah. And I think
Hans,
he's got time in that.
Yeah, I would agree. Hans is on a hot lap himself. Into a bit of traffic here. It's Eric does a great job of
Yeah. Didn't seem
getting
to
off the
compromise him
racing
at all.
line. Yep.
That's good to see as a newcomer tonight. It's Eric. I don't even think he did much reserving with us.
No, he was in for a few, but yeah. This will be our first real chance to see
It
where
looks
he
like he's
is.
catching a Toro Rosso ahead there. I don't know if that Toro Rosso's pushing or not, but...
Ooh, we've got Burns
Arrow.
off the track.
Oh, Hans nearly spins the car. He just... Oh. Saves it, but he's completely lost all momentum. Tough break. I look like a decent lap.
A 131 puts him down the order quite a bit. RC will be starting last, unless anyone gets disqualified, which
So,
fortunately sometimes happens in the game. Ryan, though, comes back, and on his second run, a 127.4. So, reclaims provisional pole, improves by a decent margin.
Is Arrow on a hot lap? It looks like he is.
It does, yes. On the soft tire.
It's right on board. Oops. That was my phone. I'm supposed to be checking the chat, actually, and that's why I had it.
You're not.
I got so distracted by all the action.
It's Fuzz. He's just
never mind.
taking his shots. Yeah, never mind.
Taking his shots. Just waiting.
Yeah.
Right? Does he want us to get him on the stream? Like, I mean, I'm pretty sure we would have seen him mowing the lawn by now, if he was here. So, what's he saying? RC crash in the final corner. RB comms trash.
Sounds like you're having a bit of technical difficulties there.
I'm having issues?
Yeah, a bit of static and stuff, but you cleared up there, so.
Sounds better now?
Yep.
Alright.
Arrow, 127.3 on provisional pole. We'll see if any of these guys can dip into the 126s. We saw a few on Monday. I think a few of these guys must still have some pace, so. We shall see, but as of right now, only Hans and Eric left to set a time. Each car in the pit.
Either on a... Yeah, they're both in the pits.
We'll see,
Dove on a hot lap, I think? Yeah.
Dove 49ers?
Yeah.
Yeah. Looking to improve here.
We got 14 people watching. That's pretty impressive. I'm pretty sure it's probably everybody in the league, but still a good number.
The 49ers looks clean through the second sector.
GP Colin has been disqualified.
I feel that may have had something to do with the commentator's curse there. I had mentioned the game is quite quick to disqualify people unfairly sometimes, and
it's really unfortunate. Yeah, this game, sometimes it's just you get put in a bad spot and you wait, and then suddenly you get disqualified.
Yeah.
Like by being safe, you get disqualified.
Yeah, and he had just jumped the order up to 6th place, so.
Pace Dogs looks like he's on a hot lap, just coming into the final turn now.
Slightly up on his time if the screen can be believed.
There we go.
He improves by 4/10, so.
Yeah, not bad.
Up into 4th. Unfortunately, his teammate will start last.
T-Money on a hot lap? Yes, he is. In Sector 2 at the moment. We're right on board with T-Money.
This may be his last run, so.
Unless he brought more fuel.
I mean, he could always dive into the pits, obviously, but
I think
this
he's
might
up
be
3/10 or something, it said.
all or nothing here for T-Money. Only up a 10 through Sector 2. Not enough to put him ahead of Ryan at this point.
Oh,
He runs wide.
is that gonna count?
He is going, yeah, he is going to complete the lap. And I do believe that'll be his last run here in qualifying, so we'll see what he's able to do.
27.4.
4/10. So he squeaks by Ryan.
Yeah, good lap though.
Yeah.
He does have time to coast and then maybe do another run if he does have the fuel.
It looks like Pace Dogs may have ran out of fuel.
Yep, so he's definitely done. Ryan Mosser's on an out lap.
We've got Coxty here coming through the final couple turns. Looking to get up into the top 10 with Chicken, his teammate up there. See what he's able to do.
Oh, fourth
really
place.
Nice time. Yeah.
He improves
by almost 2 seconds.
Yeah, that was a great lap from Coxie.
So, really solid. He had a good form in our last exhibition race, I think, qualifying third, fourth as well. So
he's been carrying some good pace lately.
Yeah. Really good showing for him so far.
Ryan Mosser is starting his hot lap. We'll run aboard with Brian and see what he can do. He's in 6th currently.
Yeah.
That's a pretty good time already. If he can improve about half a second or so, he might be able to squeak into the top 4.
Yeah, definitely. This will be his last run as well, but looking to start the season off right for the Mercedes. Him and Niebuhr are both top 10 right now, so a good showing for them as a team.
For sure.
He looks good so far.
Yep. See his sector time.
We'll see how he goes through Maggots and Packets. Honestly, this second sector can really make or break your lap. Looks like the back end may have stepped out a bit on him.
Probably lost a little bit of time there, but he did do fairly well to
a bit down.
Yeah.
He doesn't need much to get ahead of Pace Dogs, who won't be back out to set another lap. So we'll see what he's able to do. A little bit deep. Punches through all the gears, coming across the line, and just barely misses out on getting ahead of Pace Dogs. He did improve, but not quite a bit. Electric Chicken never came back out, so
he's probably happy with the
reverse strategy. So
not bad.
Yeah.
Arrow is on a hot lap. He's just coming into the end of the lap right now.
Find where Arrow is then. Obviously, him and Ryan.
26.5. That's a really good lap.
26.5. Wow.
I don't think anyone's getting that.
I don't either. Unless Terminal Deity. No, he's ducking into the pits.
W on a hot lap right now as well, it looks like.
Burns into the pits.
Burns into the pits. Okay, so JXW is our last driver on a lap.
They'll need to improve by over 2 seconds. So, unlikely, but we'll see what happens. Arrow, yes, you did eat my time on Monday, but
he improves. Gets up into
whatever. It was only a 10. We'll see if we can keep it going in the race. But actually, though, fantastic lap. Really impressive.
Lap.
Yeah. Jinnit also. Chicken as the new Jinnit. T2's Jinnit. Running the reverse strategy in the top 10, so.
Chicken, the new Jinnit? Yeah, look at him. The questioning face. We've got a lot of people watching tonight. This is great. It is a little
No
party.
pressure.
It's the sending off party for Puff, because this might be the last time. I should have
This might
played
be the
that.
last one. 0.106 faster, but who's counting?
I should have played
I
that
went.
song. Arrow Strike
Which one?
first, T-Money's in second, Ryan
Yeah,
is
true.
in
We need
third,
to go through this.
Coxie's in fourth, Pace Dog's in fifth, Brian Monster in sixth, Electric Chicken takes seventh on those mediums, so be interesting to see where he ends up at the end of the race. JXW gets into eighth, good debut for him.
Yeah.
Starts in the top 10. It's Eric also in the top 10. He's ninth.
Both
Lit Romney in
boys.
10th.
Yeah.
Terminal Deity in 11th. Niebuhr in 12th. Harry Hotspur 13th. Burns 14th. Wolfsburg 15th. Dove 49ers 16th. Zoinks 17th. Hans 18th. RC 19th. And GB Colin in last.
Yeah, unfortunate for GP Colin. Obviously, don't know what happened there, but I'm sure it wasn't anything malicious. Arrow, I went as fast as I needed to go for pole, no faster. If I was really, really trying, I'm sure I could have got a 125. I'm sure we'll have a couple-minute break. I'll be back. I'm gonna go fill up my glass.
Yeah, it's a good idea. I too will be back. Alright, we are back. We are on the formation lap. Drivers getting those tires warmed up. You see Arrow in first, T-Money in second. Carrying on that rivalry from last season. Ryan sneaks up into third tonight. He's been driving well lately. Coxie in fourth. Excellent showing from him. Just touching the grass a little bit there. Pace Dogs down in fifth in that Ferrari this year. Brian in sixth in the Mercedes. Electric Chicken in seventh on those mediums. A very interesting race from him. JXW in eighth. It's Eric in ninth, and Lit Romney in 10th. So good showing from Lit Romney as well. Top 10, starting on the sauce, but still a pretty good showing.
I am back. They started that quickly. Is everyone here? Are they continuing? No restart?
Yeah, it looks like everybody's going. I don't see anybody not going anywhere. Like everybody's out there doing their thing.
Okay. Obviously, we do advise against doing that, but
Starting quickly, you mean?
yeah.
Well, as Niebuhr race director, I mean, if he's felt
I don't
he's
think he
adequate
started it.
No. I was watching. Nobody readied up right away. Like, it was good for a bit. But anyway, it looks like everybody's ready to go. So, we're racing. Let's do this. Arrow and T-Money already pulling up on the grid. Let's do this.
Let's fucking go. I don't know about you, but I've got a terrible camera angle right now.
Yeah, it's like kind of like just floating over a T-Money. Like, it's not. Yeah. It's like, what is this camera? Is this guy wasted? What is this guy doing? Everybody's drinking tonight. It's a party.
It's a party.
Yeah, it's a party. Arrow Strike.
Let's go.
All right, let's get those lights on. Any minute now. There we go. Got 4 lights. 5 lights are on, and they're off. Oh, slow start from the guys in the front there. It looks like
Yeah.
Pace Dogs had the
Pace
best start of
Dogs.
anyone. He
Great
was lightning.
start.
He's into first. Unbelievable. Everybody else seemed to have froze on the start, and Pace Dogs timed it perfectly. I can't believe
Ryan
that.
also jumps T-Money. Liv Romney disqualified right off the start. Harry Hotspur retires. I'm not sure what's happened at the back, but Electric Chicken drops all the way down to 18th with no wing left.
That is extremely unfortunate. There must have been some kind of incident. We have a long race to go before we can figure out what happened there. We have any close battles here? We've got Terminal Dady. Oh, he goes off the road. It's all over the place here. Prime Mosser down the inside. And they're clean through there. Brian Mosser and Coxey side by side here.
We've also got Ryan now right behind Arrow. So, top 4, really tight.
Harry has left. Arrow taking a look, but not quite close enough. We'll get back to Brian. He's not close enough either. This is a really good battle in the top 6 here.
Yeah. Zoinks, just a quick shout out, and RC up massively, as well as Hans actually. So, Zoinks into the points. Oh, he's into the pits.
Uh-oh, must have had damage. Arrow puts up a fast slap. He's really hounding Pace Dogs. Pace Dogs with that excellent start. He's really put himself in a great spot because if the guys behind end up squabbling a little bit, Pace Dogs has a chance to run away a little bit and put on a gap to the guys that he would be racing generally, which would be probably like Ryan and T-Money behind. But he's managed to leapfrog Arrow Strike as well on the start there.
Yeah.
It's going to put him in a good spot.
One thing we're missing here, instant replay, because would love to see that again. He just jumped right around
lightning.
The
It looked like he was the only one that saw the lights go off. It was insane.
Yeah.
It was so bizarre.
Brian Mosser, Burns makes a move on Eric, it seems.
Mosser taking a look. He's not close enough. He'll have to back out of that for sure.
Yeah.
Cox
really
runs
putting on the pressure, though.
Yeah, he really wants to find a way through here. Oh, Coxey touches the grass a little bit. Brian does well to back off and make sure he's keeping himself safe there.
Arrow now very, very close to Pace Dogs. Moves to the inside.
I think he's got it.
Gets the move done, yep.
Pace Dogs a little bit compromised. Ryan all over him. He's going to send it down the inside. He did this on Monday and he didn't get away with it, unfortunately, but this time he does.
Yeah. Pace Dogs now, first to third in the matter of a few corners, but he's got a great run. Yeah, he tucks back in. It's good on him. It's a tricky overtaking spot. You can line it up, and he will have DRS now. So
T-Money also in range to strike as well.
Yeah, Ryan might be a little bit compromised here.
Ryan Mosser also in striking range, and Hans down in 13th on striking range as well.
Pace Dogs moves to the inside, and he's got it done.
He's got it done, yeah. Good move from Pace Dogs to get back into second. T-Money now all over Ryan as well, and Brian Mosser still very close to Coxey here.
Yeah. Bit of a gap back down to Burns and Eric, but
good drive from Burns and Eric sitting in 7th and 8th right now in a nice little pocket.
Yeah, I don't know if my timings are messed up, but it says Hans is 30 seconds behind GP Colin.
Yeah, I'm surprised by that. Ryan now taking a look, and he does get through quite easily there. Ryan just flies by Pace Dogs.
And while all this is going on, Arrow now 2 seconds ahead. So
everyone from Hans down has stopped.
Yeah,
that's why.
Hans has as well, actually. So he's or unless sorry, yeah, you did include Hans in that. So not sure what happened, but we'll see if these hard tires possibly can make it to the
Oh,
very end.
no! Pace Dogs and Ryan touched there. It looks like Ryan just kind of missed his apex, and Pace Dogs ended up right in his gearbox. Team Money all over him now. I'm assuming Pace Dogs has picked up a bit of damage from that. He might have got away with it. It was just a nose nudge. I think he got away with it. But
Team Money,
Ryan,
though,
yeah, Team Money.
sending it down the inside, side by side there. Does well to squeeze him off a bit and take that position. Mosser also now 2 seconds behind Coxie. Not sure
Yeah.
what happened to
Coxie's
him.
closing to the guys in front as well, but yeah,
Yeah.
maybe Mosser just. I mean, I've noticed in the past Mosser tends to use his tires up pretty fast, and maybe they're just overheating a little bit at the moment. So it might be a good thing for. It might be a good thing. Yeah, it might be a good thing for Brian just to back off a little bit, manage his tire temperatures, and just kind of coast for a bit because he's in a pretty good spot in 6th.
Ryan aggressively breaks the slipstream there. Team Money, though, keeps looking at the inside. Thought about it, but just wasn't quite there at the moment. I do think Pace Dogs must have picked up some damage. It seems he's kind of lost a bit of pace here.
Yeah. Coxie's really closing on him as well.
Yeah. He can promote
Coxie,
himself up into 4th. That is
be an excellent
fantastic
debut.
position to be in. We
Excellent
talked about him a
season.
bit on the season review, and his biggest issue this season is definitely going to be consistency. So if he can keep it on track and bring home a solid result in the first race, that'll definitely help to boost confidence. Ryan again aggressively breaking the slipstream, defending quite well. Still, though, not much separates 2 through 5 at the moment, all within DRS range. And Hans, that's the fastest lap.
He's
and he spins. Right as I say that, he's off into the gravel. Obviously, first lap pit stop, you really want to try and make up time, but unfortunately it costs you sometimes.
10-second penalty for that as well. That's horrendous.
Yeah, I'm not sure what he did. I jumped back to the front, but you can see his tires are quite clearly covered in gravel.
They might think maybe he could have got it back on the track sooner, but obviously we have stewards that can review that kind of stuff. We can always eliminate that if it matters at the end.
Yep.
It's always a nice thing about running a league externally.
Coxie takes a little bit of adventure off track there. Puts himself out of DRS range.
Team Money, I think, I was going to say Team Money just really took an odd line through there, and he's gone off the track, and now Pace Dogs has got back in front.
Yeah.
So Team Money makes a big mistake there. Not something we see often from Team Money. He's usually very consistent.
Yeah, definitely. Maybe just a little frustrated being stuck behind Ryan there.
Yeah. Coxie now in striking range of Team Money, but Team Money didn't take any damage. Once he gets his tires back up to working range, he should be okay. He should be able to get by Pace Dogs again and then close that gap down once more.
Yep. Ryan, though, gets a little bit of
Team Money.
Oh, and Team Money, yeah.
Really
Another
losing
mistake.
it here.
Yeah. And Coxie up into 4th. So, great showing from him so far.
Han's getting lapped already as well. That's just... Yeah. I feel like that's kind of night you just want to go into the garage and park it.
Yeah. Really tough go for him so far. Arrow sets the fastest lap, 131.0. Hans is on the escape road here. I think he might be going into the pits. It might be...
Burns very close to It's Eric here, so Burns having a pretty good drive tonight. If he can find a way by It's Eric, he's got a nice gap ahead of him to Brian Mosser, so be able to run a pretty nice race if he can find some space here.
Brian Mosser.
Oh.
No, he's spun.
Must have been a bad spin because he's lost a lot of places here.
Yeah, down into 11th behind GP Colin now, so um, obviously everyone who was behind him gets promoted a place, and now Burns and Eric are fighting for 6th, so
Yeah, good drive from these two. They got RC coming up from behind. Eric goes very
Eric into
wide.
the gravel, yeah, and Burns
Burns.
easily sneaks by him there.
Great stuff. Burns putting the pressure on him, finds a way through, and now Burns can just focus on extending a gap, and he's in a really good spot right now, Burns. And
Yeah,
he's on
on the
he's on
medium
the
tire.
medium tire, yeah.
Yeah.
Up
So.
8 places, so very good drive from Burns tonight, and RC
Oh,
also
and
up 11.
Eric off track again. That's gonna cost him a few places, no doubt. As GP Collins sneaks through, Mosser now will be right behind him.
Suddenly, Mosser's got some cars to fight after a huge mistake, so that's kind
Yeah.
of lucky for him.
Team Money now DRS range on Coxey. RC also closing in on Burns.
Brian very close to it's Eric here. It's going to be in striking range through the first sector. Oh, and it's Eric touches the gravel once again. Maybe just really struggling with his tires at the moment.
Yeah. It happens too sometimes where one mistake tends to snowball and all of a sudden you don't feel confident.
Wow.
Yeah, in the car.
Most of Tier 1 is watching the race in the chat. Brian down the inside here. I think they touched wheels, but Brian deserved a bit of space there, in my opinion. So, unfortunately, it's Eric loses out, and I think Brian had a right to give him a nudge and get some room there.
So that'll promote Brian back into the points. Eric here, if I were to offer any advice if he's listening, just take it easy for the next couple laps. It's a long race. We're only a third of the way through, and
Yep.
he's showing he's had pace. Oh, and as I say that, he goes off into the grass again.
Really, I'm just unraveling at the moment.
From bad to worse.
T-Money
T
now
Money.
very close, yeah. Right up the back of Coxey here. He's in striking range. We can see maybe he can take a run down the back straight here. He's got that DRS.
Yeah.
He does need to find a way through here.
Yeah, I mean...
I think he's got a chance here.
Oh, yeah, I think he's got it done. We'll see if Coxey's able to hang on, but...
Nope.
Team Money makes it through.
Nice pass from T-Money.
Yeah. If you're Coxey, though, just try and hang on and get a few...
Yeah, the gap behind is 12 seconds.
Yeah, so
Fifth place is yours.
You're fine, just if you keep it steady. Starts to separate a bit out front. Obviously, Arrow has just absolutely run away with this. 7 seconds already.
Yeah.
Eric now coming out of the pits on the medium tire. Should be able to take that to the end. He comes out in 13th behind Zoinks, so...
GP Colin very close to Terminal 80 and RC very close to Burns, but RC is the DRS right now. We'll ride on board, see if he can find a way through. Actually, it looks like GP Colin has a chance on Terminal 80 here. He's down the inside, and I think he's got it done. He just touches the grass on the entry, but I think he's managed to save that. Great move from GP Colin. A little bit rough around the edges, but he makes it work, and it was nice and clean. RC now are still looking for a way through on Burns here. It's Eric very close to Zoinks.
Yeah, a lot of action on track at the moment.
Non-stop. It's 10 laps. I'm exhausted.
Yeah. See here, RC maybe his best chance to get a move, but it looks like Burns actually got a really good exit out of that corner. So
it's Eric very close, but not close enough to take a look. Oh, he just saved himself from touching Zoinks there.
Yeah, very close to the gearbox.
Yeah, man, good control there. He's got the fresh tires on. Maybe he's feeling a little bit more confident now. Just gotta be patient. You'll find your way through.
Wolfsburg coming up behind Niebuhr here as well. So a few things to look out for. Tough to watch all these gaps. T-Money also actually getting a move done here.
I think he's through.
On Pace Dogs. So
it's Eric with tires. He has lost the car somewhere and crashed. Let's see if we can get a view of that. Electric Chicken will be the next guy through. Dove 49ers will be through. I don't see him.
He must have gone off in turn 1.
I don't see him anywhere.
We missed Ryan though. He went into the pits and found himself a really nice gap. So
yeah.
8 seconds, 8.5 seconds behind Terminal Beatty, and 21 seconds to Brian Mosser, so he'll be in the clear, driving his own race. As a bunch of cars now dive into the pits,
Burns
everyone goes in.
Stay out. So Arrow leaving the pits now, he tucks in behind Terminal Beatty. So he's still ahead of Ryan, but Ryan's probably going to pull an undercut off on a few of these guys that
he's ahead
it looks like,
And Pace Dogs gets back out ahead of T-Money.
It looks like Ryan has leapfrogged all 3 of those guys.
I think he was ahead of all of them, but he's built a gap.
Yeah, he's jumped a lot further ahead now.
Arrow obviously is going to have to try and find his way through this traffic as quickly as possible. He'll have much fresher tires. Terminal Beatty though, and GP Colin having a great scrap ahead of him, so he'll have to be cautious.
Arrow Strike very close to Terminal Beatty here as he's looking for a way through, and GP Colin himself has lost a bit of time there. Now suddenly Arrow striking. Yeah, I did not mean. I did not mean. Wow.
Ooh.
I really did not mean to do that, honestly.
And Arrow does indeed strike, and he goes for a move on GP Colin immediately after. Wow.
Yeah, he's
and
through.
Terminal Beatty sneaks through.
Yeah. Great driving.
And GP Colin goes off
GP
track. No.
Unfortunate. Ryan is going to find
a great race. Yeah.
Ryan is going to be through here, and I think Pace Dogs will be through. Is GP Colin just coming back on the track? Has absolutely no pace right now. Team Money actually has a chance to find a way through here. GP Colin's tires are not going to be up to snuff yet. Team Money has to be cautious here. GP Colin will be much slower than he's expecting.
What a wild turn of events there.
Wow. And RC and Burns still out in front.
Arrow obviously right behind Burns now. Team Money will see if he can get this done.
I think he's got it.
Quite easily, yeah. Side by side though, GP Colin not making it easy. The fresh tires obviously.
Coxie right there now too, looking to pounce.
Yeah, true.
Arrow Strike in very close to Burns here. He should be able to get through pretty quickly. We'll keep an eye on that gap there with GP Colin and Coxie's. It's very close there as well. Arrow Strike should be able to get through.
A bit deep through Chapel there. We'll see if he sends it late, but
no, he didn't get through.
With the lead he's got though, you just want to be safe. His time will come, obviously.
Coxie in striking range. Is he going to send it? I don't think he will. Driving smart tonight. He knows he's in a good spot. Brian has DNF'd. Yeah, he must have crashed somewhere.
Yeah, I'm not sure where he is.
I'm going to ride with JXW and see if we can find Brian's car.
There it is. Off to the right
side. Yeah. So you put it in the wall.
Yep.
He's having a good drive tonight, too.
Yeah. So Arrow now right behind Burns. He'll be well ahead of him before they reach the corner. As he gets that done, Burns, not his fight, so you don't want to really risk anything. Keep driving your race and make sure you hold off Terminal Beatty.
What this has done is put Terminal Beatty right behind Burns now, when Burns had a bit of a comfortable spot there, and now suddenly Terminal Deity, both drivers need to stop still, so this is his direct rival right on his tail now.
Yeah.
Coxie very close to GP Colin, who hasn't stopped as well. See if he can find a way through. Coxie definitely wants to get through as soon as he can. If he can, see if he can hang on to that top 3 ahead of him.
Yeah. T-Money.
He's very close. I don't think he's close enough. This is a terrible place to try to get through.
Yeah, T-Money right ahead is also gonna have DRS on Pace Dogs.
Terminal Deity very close to Burns. I think he's lost a little bit of time there. T-Money is finding a way through here. Gets by Pace Dogs, and I think he's got that move done yet.
Yeah, and Coxie and still can't find his way through, so Coxie will probably be a little frustrated watching the others drive away, but again,
it's in a good spot.
Yeah. We have Wolfsburg also closing in on Zoinks.
Let's get them some camera time.
Yeah.
Coxie will keep an eye on.
Able to do here.
Around the outside, it looks like he's got that move done clean. Nice move from Wolfsburg.
Yeah.
No
very
trouble at all.
confident under braking. Yeah. Does well to hanging around the outside there. And Coxie still, yeah.
Not through, but Pace Dog's right up behind T-Money now.
Yep. Terminal Deity still chasing down Burns as well.
So he's
gonna
hanging
have
on
a
to
good
Wolfsburg.
run here. Gonna have DRS. He's in the slipstream. Pulls out. He's gonna take the wide line like we just saw. See if he can hang it around the outside. Yeah.
Nice move.
He does. Nice and confident.
Great showing in this first race for him in Tier 2.
Yeah. Quick shout out to Burns' helmet though.
Coxie has found a way through.
He has, yes.
Just caught him passing at the end there.
I missed it, but he'll be very happy with that.
Yeah, he's in a great spot. He has plenty of time to close on these guys once they all start scrapping one another again to the end of the race, so he's in a good position. Coxie's had a really good drive tonight. Electric Chicken, a very frustrating drive, but he does find himself within reach of the points. He was really out of touch during the first few laps there after that mistake at the start, and I'm not sure what happened. We know that Harry and Lit Romney both some sort of incident there with those two, and then Chicken seemed to have gotten caught in it. I'm not really sure what happened. Aerostrike very close to Arsena, who still has not pit. Obviously he's on those mediums, but Aerostrike will have a much better grip advantage at this point of the race.
Yeah, and he's flying through Maggots and Packets there. Just in complete control of the car.
Around the outside.
Fantastic. Oh, a little bit of a touch, and RC
saves it.
Does real well, yeah. A little bit of a wheel on the side pod there, but fantastic battle. RC, one of our finer racers on Monday night. Does well
also
there.
A
Burns,
great graphic designer.
Yes. We love him for that.
Does a good job. I'm sure it isn't
races hard. We'll see where Burns comes out now, because he should still be in the top 10, I would think. And this may help him actually pull off the undercut.
GP Colin is pitting as well. I think he is.
80.
Yeah, Burns in a really good spot here. I think that was a good move.
Yeah. So he'll come out on the softs until the end. GP Colin pit as well. So
XW coming down the main straight right now. It looks like Burns is well clear of him.
Yeah.
GP Colin way behind Burns too.
You know what? GP Colin's gonna get stuck behind him.
Yeah.
It's gonna be close, but yeah, GP Colin will have a bit of work to do. So Electric Chicken, and Zoinks here, the three of them all within 1 second of another.
Big lockup from Zoinks there.
Yeah.
Another big lockup. His tires, gonna have to take care of those tires if he wants to fight with these two.
I don't think any of them are close enough at the moment. We've got, yeah, Ryan. Dady dives into the pits. Obviously wants to cover off that undercut. And I think obviously now is a logical time in the race to pit regardless, but you can't afford to stay out. Yeah, we'll see if Burns managed to get out of him. Burns seems quite a ways down, but it's a deceptively long pit.
RC also pitting.
Getting a new wing as well, so that obviously will cost him a bit of time.
No time lost for Terminal Dady there. Good pit stop.
Right Williams. Behind RC now.
Williams, yeah. Williams always on form, too. So good stop from Terminal Dady. Let's see where he comes out. Burns now.
And we've got Burns, yeah.
Start-finish line. It's going to be close.
It's going to be real tight.
I think he's got him.
Just got him, yeah.
Great move from Burns there. This is going to be an excellent scrap to the end of the race now.
Yeah, great strategy call. GP calling back into the pits again, so I'm not sure what happened. It looked like he damaged his wing, yeah. Just getting a new wing and a fresh set of tires. And that will promote Electric Chicken up the field. And Zoinks making a move on Wolfsburg into turn 2, it looks like. And then Electric Chicken right there behind them as well, so a great battle between these guys, and Electric Chicken looks like he will get this move done. And the car ahead of him is the final
Chicken
points
goes
position.
Deep and Zoinks sneaks back underneath. I think Zoinks has retained it.
Yeah. Great job keeping cool there by Zoinks.
Electric Chicken's still very close, and now Terminal Dady is still super close to Burns, but not close enough with that DRS.
Yeah, Burns, unfortunately, not able to keep up with RC ahead of him. He will look to catch Coxie, but I think that gap will be a little too
Chicken, that
large.
DRS, he's going to dive to the inside.
Yeah,
Can he get it
out.
done? I think he's got this one done this time. He doesn't run deep, he makes it stick, and now he's got Wolfsburg ahead to pick off, and suddenly Electric Chicken is into the points.
Yeah, with our reserve rules.
Yeah, like he's, well, he's into the points regardless, but with the reserve rules, he's getting a couple points.
Yeah, well, he's 11th.
But I mean, if he passes Wolfsburg here, he's into the points. And he's going to the end, surely, with these hards. I mean, I don't think you... I think you could get these to the end, no matter when you stopped on them. Hard to say, really. You can't tell where the tire wear is with the lighting here today, but... Burns now, yeah, he's behind Terminal Dady, so Terminal Dady's found a way through there. Oh, Burns runs deep. Oh, Burns. You're having a good race, buddy. Don't lose it.
T-Money, he's working that gap down to Brian as well.
He's got a big gap behind him to JXW Burns, so he's pretty safe here, and he's going to pick up a few extra points because he is a full-time driver, so actually in a really good spot at the moment, Burns, so definitely wants to just be smart and save it.
Right behind Wolfsburg. This battle has been going on for a few laps now. Waits to the last second, and he'll have that done.
And the fans go wild in the chat.
Green, yes, the fans are ecstatic.
Electric Chicken into the points. After
on that
horrendous
note,
start to the race.
Be back in a second.
Yep. Alright, we got Wolfsburg still hanging on to Electric Chicken. Zoink's not quite close enough to Wolfsburg at the moment to do anything. I think he's losing a little bit of time at the moment too. Our closest gap now, T-Money chasing down Ryan for second place. Obviously he'll get second place regardless, so Ryan won't count in the race results. If you're new here, the reserve drivers that race in Tier 1 on Mondays, if they fill in on Tier 2, we don't include them in the classification. We give the points to the full-time drivers. The only situation where that doesn't happen is if a full-time reserve driver is in the race and finishes, say, 9th place, he still gets his points for the night. He'll keep them, and if he ends up with a full-time driver, we'll bring them into the standings when he becomes a full-time driver. And in that case, if you don't beat him on track, you lose out on some points as a full-time driver. So a little bit of an interesting twist on it. The Tier 1 reserves, though, like Ryan, RC, Zoinks, those guys won't count for points regardless of where they finish. So Team Money will be second, Pace Dogs in third. Actually picks up a podium with our rules. We won't see him there. So Team Money now closing that gap down. He has it down to just about half a second here. Really looking for a way through on Ryan here. I don't think it's really going to matter much. Just about pride at this point. You just want to pass the guy you're racing regardless of whether he counts or not. Though knowing he doesn't count, you won't do anything crazy to get through. And on that note, I also feel Ryan is a pretty sportsman guy. He wouldn't put up much of a fight if he thought Team Money was clearly quicker. So it's just the kind of respect and understanding we have in this league, and both tiers really. It's actually worked out to be quite a nice place to race. Everybody gets along really well. I'm sure they're abusing me in the chat tonight, but I haven't been paying attention to it, so... Oh, you're back.
Yeah, right in time, it seems.
Yeah.
Team Money is, I missed...
He's running out of things to talk about.
He seemed to have taken a...
Team Money is very close here.
For a second, yeah, a second and a half out of Ryan, so we'll see how he defends. I'm
going to ride on board with Team Money, and I'm going to step out for 1 second.
Yeah. He got a few... Ryan got a few, votes for cleanest driver last season in Thursday's tier, so this is shaping up to be a great battle. Arrow, you've run away with it out in front. 12 seconds. Quite impressive. Just got to keep her steady now. So we'll see Team Money obviously on the prowl. There's a bit of grass on the exit, but I think he'll have a good shot here. We'll see if Ryan moves to the inside to defend. Team Money wasn't quite close enough that time, but he's getting closer. It will be a good scrap towards the end of this race here. We have 5 laps left. And all to play for still. Got a bit of field spread as it stands currently, but JXW also went into the pits, so he's given up his points position. Let's see maybe if he can make up some ground on the softs. Team Money though, fantastic exit.
Yeah, I think he's through
He's gonna get that done. Yeah, very late on the brakes. Oh, there's
Ryan's gone very deep here.
Ryan runs deep. But
JXW maybe eavesdropping on the stream and knows that he actually has points. So if he gets the fastest lap, he might actually get the bonus point. Technically, he would, right? So
yeah, definitely.
Maybe he's thinking he could. I don't know. I don't think he can, but yeah.
Well,
he could. He could. I mean, I don't know what kind of... Yeah, nobody's really... Well, you look at RC, Terminal Day, those guys are capable. You never know. I think JXW just doesn't have that, like, outright pace to get the fastest lap against someone like Arrow or T-Money.
I mean, yeah, honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if Arrow got out in the fast lap. Or last lap. But we'll see now if Ryan can kind of hang in there and maybe take the fight back to Team Money.
RC, the big gainer tonight, 13 positions gained. Burns did well to gain 6 places. He's sitting in 8th at the moment. He's got a really nice little pocket there. He just needs to bring it home tonight. He's done well. Ryan just closing in on T-Money again, but ultimately I feel he'll drift away at this point.
Yeah, it does appear that way.
The rest of the field's fairly spread out, so normally I'd say let's go over the standings, but it's the first race, so we have nothing.
Now it's just, I guess, highlight some solid performances here tonight.
Yeah.
Arrow, obviously, the man in front, took pole. Didn't get the start he wanted, but took back the lead in the early stages of the race, and really, from that point on, just controlled the whole thing. Got Ryan now. He's still in the DRS range.
Yeah.
I don't know if he'll be able to really get the move done. T-Money's got quite a bit of battery left to defend, so...
Classic T-Money.
Yeah, his signature move.
Yeah, that's like his finisher for sure. 96% battery on lap 25. Finishing move.
Maybe he's saving up for the fastest lap. Maybe he wants to take a run at it. Although Arrow's also got 70% battery, so...
Another solid performance. Let's go to our good friend. You know what? Let's go to Pace Dogs, because Pace Dogs we know is a quick driver, but doesn't always get the results. Tonight, he's sitting in 4th, and he's comfortably sitting there. So,
yeah,
another solid performance from Pace Dogs. He's a veteran in this group now. Definitely one of the better drivers out there. Doesn't always have the greatest races. Sometimes he gets tangled up and stuff, but tonight he's done really well. So.
Well, quick shout out to Pace Dogs. He is maintaining his streak of points finishes. Every race he's been classified in, he has scored in the points. So amazing consistency. Sometimes a bit down the order, perhaps, but there's something to be said for
Ryan's taking a look here at T-Money.
Yeah, I like this this scrappy spirit from Ryan here. He's not giving in. Showed great pace through all the exhibition races, and he's looking to make a statement. Another standout performance. I mean, we can go through the whole grid at this point, but Coxie again.
Yeah. He technically he's lost a place, but I mean, for him to qualify 4th and then maintain 5th place comfortably through this race, like, that's a really good performance from Coxie. I know when he first joined us, like, he was knocking on the door of the top 10, and now he's, you know, nipping at the heels of the top 5 every race, and I think that's a really good improvement from him.
Yep. A couple standout performances from the rookies. Obviously, great recovery drive from Electric Chicken. I'm sure he's going to be disappointed, but can't be too upset with how things have turned out.
Him and Coxie are bringing home quite a few points for the team today. He'll actually, Coxie will finish 4th, and Electric Chicken will actually finish 7th, I believe. So that's a good haul for Renault as well. Really good start to the season for those guys. Definitely a bit of a fan favorite team at this point. Similar qualities to the Sainz and Norris. Comedic factor in real life. These guys take it to the next level, though. Just interesting note about Coxie's race tonight. I didn't see any banana skins fall out of the car, so I think he's had a good one, and I think he's happy with where he is.
Yeah, no banana skins. Maybe he's saving that for a bit later in the season. Doesn't want to show his hand on the first race. In 7th as well, Terminal Dady, another rookie driver. Great performance. I mean, he'll be promoted up to 5th, so...
Yeah, that's a really good debut for him.
Yeah, good points for the Williams team.
Yeah.
They'll be happy with that. In real life, that would surpass our entire total for last season's Formula 1 season.
And the season before, I think, too. I don't remember what they scored, but it was pretty rough. Yeah, Electric Chicken though, good drive from him. I think it was pretty impressive of him to actually get back into the points after that start. He seemed to be nowhere, but
Yeah.
just managed to keep it right and kept his head down, and it's paid off.
Well, a lot of those hard runners, you see 23 laps now on those tires.
Yeah.
I guess we should run on board with Arrow, as he is getting close to crossing the line here for the first race of the season. I mean,
Here we go again.
he's in hot lap. He's going for fastest lap. I can say that confidently. We'll see if he gets that. If he doesn't, he is still our race winner,
Fastest.
and of course,
Yep.
he gets the fastest lap.
T-Money's
Hell
going
of a
for it
race.
too.
Oh, we'll see if T-Money can get by him. Not quite.
Ryan on the podium. You know, outright he is on the podium. It won't count, but it's a hell of a drive from Ryan tonight.
Yeah. Watch the rest of these guys cross the line. RC next. Great showing from him. He was second last on the grid, up to 6th. He'll be surely happy with that performance.
Terminal
Terminal
Dady.
Dady.
Yep.
Yeah.
Bringing it home.
Strong
Yeah, great.
finish to his debut.
Yeah, great debut from him. Burns coming around. He had an excellent drive tonight. Burns always knocking on the door of the points, but tonight he's actually going to pick up 6th place, I think, once we exclude the reserves. So,
everything
hell
out,
of a
yeah.
drive. Electric Chicken will come home in 7th. Wolfsburg will actually pick up 8th place, which is really fantastic for him.
Yeah.
Right on the first race of the season, picking up a handful of points. He'll be really
Helping
happy with that.
Arrow there out in front. So
Yeah.
the Toro Rosso team, good showing here in race 1.
I think they'll actually be leading the constructors, obviously with Arrow's performance, but Wolfsburg will add to that total as well. So good drive from Wolfsburg. JXW brings it home. He'll pick up 2 points in his debut. And GP Collin will snag a point, I think, as well.
Was in there, he was crossing the line. So fantastic race from everything, from everyone.
It was a great race. I honestly really struggled to keep up with the action for about 95% of it, and then yeah, the last 5 or 6 laps or so it was pretty much settled, but that was exciting. It was a really good debut for a lot of those guys, and man, I saw some excellent racing out there. I didn't see nothing at all that I was bothered by. Everybody was super tidy. Everybody was clean. You know, obviously some people made some mistakes, but they didn't affect anyone else with those mistakes. It was a really, really good race.
No, exactly.
It was one of the best I've commentated in a while, to be honest, and, you know, the fact that it was the debut for the season, great stuff. Let's review the order quickly. We've got Arrow winning the race, T-Money in 2nd, Ryan in 3rd, Pace Dogs in 4th, Coxie in 5th, RC takes 6th, Terminal Dady 7th, Burns in 8th, Electric Chicken in 9th. We've got Wolfsburg in 10th. We've got JXW in 11th, GP Collin 12th, Zoinks 13th, Dub 49ers in 14th, Brian Mosser takes 15th, Niebuhr in 16th, It's Eric 17th, Hans is in 18th, Harry Hosper 19th, Whit Romney in 20th. All of the drivers from 15th, Brian Mosser down, all DNF'd. Hans had 20 seconds of penalties. Oh, he had that one that went off track, so that's unfortunate, but not really accurate. But we will try to get Arrow, T-Money, and Pace Dogs in for a quick interview before the night ends.
Yes.
And
I will do that.
yeah, you got the party control, so.
Party control.
Party control. Well, I mean, it's your last night. You should be controlling the party tonight.
Do I get to lead the interviews?
Yeah, you can lead the interviews.
I can only imagine this shit Arrow's gonna talk when he gets in here about his fucking
Yeah.
cold lab.
Oh, man, you're still thinking about that? These guys, eh? Both champions, both pole sitters, both race winners, and they're like still like, yeah, punching it out, duking it out. We should have put you guys together in the same group.
Yeah, well.
Yeah, well.
it will come at some point down the line.
But before those guys get in here, I just want to say thanks for being here over the last season. Being in here commentating, it's made me it's allowed me to become quite comfortable. You just ruined my sentiment. But no, it's been nice.
There's Pace Dogs.
I'll finish it at the end.
Yeah, that'll be your closing monologue, and there
Yeah.
is T-Money. All right, the gang is
Don't
all
worry,
here.
I'll mess it up again.
um, First off, fantastic race, guys. It was a joy to watch. We'll start with Arrow. Do we want to go 3-1 or 1-3?
1-3.
1-3. All right, Arrow, you did it.
Hello.
Your title defense is underway. Talk us through it. How are you feeling out there?
I'm waiting to see the video of Pace somehow going from 5th and beating me into turn 1.
Yeah.
Yeah, other than that, it was a quiet race. Once I got ahead of Pace, then I guess it was just lights out from there.
Yeah, you controlled it. I think you built 7 seconds in the first stint alone. Obviously, fastest lap on the last lap as well. So
Yeah. Thought GP was gonna get it because he was pulling away from me like the lap before, and then like, oh, I got 2 purple sectors, but he didn't beat my time, so I was like, okay. Then last lap had to go for it, so.
yeah, that'll bring you the full haul of points, 26 points here in the first race of the season. So title defense well underway.
Have to capitalize when I can.
Yeah, Wolfsburg too. I think he will be classified 9th or 8th. So a good haul for Toro Rosso as a team.
Yeah, he had a good race, aside from like hitting lap 1, but
Yeah, still unsure of what happened lap 1. It seemed as though there was a desync issue or something like that. At least that's what the comments were saying. But
I am
we'll
not sure.
we'll have to review it. But yeah, solid race. We'll move to T-Money. How are you feeling today? 2nd place. So you still got a good haul of points, but you had a lot of work to do.
I'm feeling good. I mean, I made some mistakes early on, but
Mm-hmm.
it was a nice comeback.
Yeah, we had seen a couple just a bit wide in a few places. You ran out wide, I think, through Maggots and Beckett's early on as well. But
Well, early on when I was right behind Ryan, I lost the back end, like kind of coming out onto that first DRS straight, and then, I kind of saved it. I went over like off the track to the right, and I still had like grass or something on my tires, and then when I was going through the Maggots and Beckett's, I almost lost it again, spun out, but was able to save it, and then that's where Coxie passed me.
yeah, so I mean, your second stint there, you were pretty much just uphill battle. I think you had to get past Pace Dogs and Ryan. I think you were already ahead of Coxie at that point, but
Yeah, because when he came into the pit, it kind of sucked because I passed Pace, like right before going into the pit, and then because Coxie was right in front of me, it wouldn't let me release. So then I just got in front.
all in all, though, good recovery. Obviously, Axton wasn't here to help the team score points, but I'm sure he'll be happy with your result at least, and you can tell him he's going to start pulling his weight next race.
Yeah. Hopefully we'll have a double Red Bull podium next week.
It's a beautiful sight, probably my favorite thing to see, so I'm rooting for it.
We could possibly have all Red Bulls on the podium.
Collusion, rigged.
We'll move to Pace Dogs. I guess first off, hell of a start. Talk us through that. What the hell happened?
Wow. Well, fun fact: I haven't raced since last season till tonight.
Oh, damn.
But yeah, my practice laps were during that restart. I ran a half a lap of qualifying and jumped back in the new lobby. But I don't know, that start. I don't know who was in front of me. Maybe Ryan. I was 5th on the outside going into turn 1. They went and I just jumped, like just locked in right away, and then it's like I think it was a McLaren in front of me, didn't move much, so I swerved to the left, and I just got a pull, and I get up beside Arrow, and he's like, what are you doing? And I drove right around. It wasn't like, a side-by-side little battle. I just flew by him. So I got a few laps in the lead there till he ended that. But a good little racing with T-Money for a while. I was behind him and Ryan when he lost it there. Trying to make sure I gave him plenty of room when he was coming back on because I could see he was stuck out there in the grass. But yeah, it was fun.
Yeah, I actually think that may have been one of the best starts we've seen.
That's what I said. I said start of the year, first race of the year.
But yeah, that was a hell of a start. I think it caught me and Big off guard.
It caught me off guard too. I about ran into the guy in front of me.
Everyone else seemed frozen, and yeah, we just watched you shoot straight up the outside there, and no, it was a blast.
It was a little bit. I had Coxie ended up having a time penalty, but he got in within 1.8, I think, and then I just started driving smooth for, 4 or 5 laps there and pulled back away, but I was worried about that for a little bit. But
yeah, the 5 of you there for a bit were all within DRS range. It was a great start to the race. The first stint was very tense. A lot of positions being swapped.
Yeah,
really
Team Money when he passed me. I mean, I don't know if I could have hung with him very long, but my DRS was broke. Like, right after we pit, I got the notification my DRS was broke. So when he just went by, I didn't have DRS the rest of the race after I pit.
I didn't even know that could happen in an online lobby, to be honest.
It happens more on full damage.
Yeah. He just drove off, and there was nothing for me to do to even stay close to him. So
weird, yeah, that's unfortunate. But yeah,
I mean, I maybe could have hung in there and tried to get up there closer, but yeah, once he got DRS, I mean, I was done.
Yeah. Either way, though, I mean, obviously, great showing first race.
Podium,
GP
I'm happy.
Yeah, GP Colin had an unfortunate. I think he was caught in that lap 1.
No, he wasn't. He hit the wall coming out of the pits after he pit.
Oh, that's what it was. Yeah, because
Yep.
he pit onto the softs and then he pit the very next lap. So I guess he pulled a fuzz.
He also let Arrow go because he
I don't know
thought
why he did that.
Arrow was coming back up. starter lead guys catching up to the unpitted cars.
Yeah.
And he just assumed he was a lap down, so he let Arrow go. He didn't realize he was ahead of him in position, and when he let Arrow go, he spun out.
Oh, no, that's unfortunate. For the team, and then obviously for GP Colin as well. But he had a good race. I do think he still managed to get a point or 2, so obviously good showing for Ferrari as well. Bigga, you have any questions? Anything you'd like to add?
I honestly can't ask any questions because I just got super distracted by something. Something's just come up. Honestly, no, something's come up seriously, like a serious family thing. So I gotta go.
Okay, you can take off.
Yeah, no, it's not like super serious. I just need to go deal with it. It's like my mom needs some support, so it's nothing crazy. But I was super distracted, so I didn't even hear the questions. I would have liked to ask some questions, but I just wanted to say, Puff, thanks for being here over the past season. It's been really great commentating with you. I don't know how often we're going to get to do this anymore, but hopefully we'll get a few in this year. And it's honestly, I don't know, it's been great. We kind of just bounce off each other. That comfort level was always there right from the start, and it's allowed us to both get way better at this, I think, to be honest. So.
Yeah, thanks to you both for doing it.
Yeah, well,
thank you.
I appreciate it. Yeah, this may be my last one for quite a while, but new job, so Thursdays might be off the table. But yeah, obviously, thanks, Bigga. Means a lot, and thanks to all you guys, all the racers, the guys in the chat here, and Thursday night in general. It's been a blast, and I've enjoyed this far more than I ever expected to. So
yeah, me too.
thank you to everyone.
Yes, sir.
You guys put on a hell of a show every week too. Like, it's just so much fun.
And we will be back next week in Hungary.
Yes.
First time I'll ever do that bit again. So
get it in while you can.
Thank you,
Record
guys.
it. Phone it in.
phone it in.
I might be flying solo, but we might have a special guest as well. We've got a few options to choose from.
Yeah, we've
so.
got a few we can cycle through from Monday. So
it's an
I'll come
interview.
join you
It's
in
an
Monaco
interview.
because I'll probably wreck. So
Yeah, maybe if you get a start like you did tonight, who knows?
yeah,
Yeah, it was freakish. It was freakish.
yeah. I'm gonna put the video in the group.
yeah, I want to
We'll
see
post
that
that.
actually.
Yeah, I'd like to see it too.
But yeah, thanks guys. I think we'll end it here tonight. And to everyone still listening, same time, same place next Thursday. And it should be another good one in Hungary.
Should be.
All right.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's gonna be a great one. It always is. Hungary is one of those tracks that's so hard to get by to, and if everybody's like so competitive on pace, it's gonna be a lot of fun.
Can't wait to start pole again.
Oh,
Wow.
I dominated last time, so.
Can't wait for you to touch that gray rumble strip.
Yeah, alright, we'll see. And it's white.
beef. Go heading into race 2 and we've got beef already. This is perfect.
I love it.
Yeah. All right, guys. Thanks for everybody for tuning in. We are off to Hungary next week. Good night.